So, did we do number 1 together? I feel like we did number 1 together. Did we not?
No, we did number 2 together.
We did number 2 together. Even better. Let's take a look at 3 and 4. All right, 3 and 4 are the fun ones, especially number 4 because we got 3 things to do. So, number 3, we got triangle GHI down here in quadrant 4. First, we're going to rotate it 180 degrees, and then we're going to translate it 9 units to the right and 1 unit down. How do you know what direction to go? Well, if we're adding to x, we're going right. If we were subtracting from x, we'd be going left. If we're adding to y, we're going up. When we subtract from y, we're going down. Okay? But first things first, we got to rotate this 180 degrees. I'm going to use my transparent slide here. If I have an expo marker. Whatever. So I'm going to put my transparent slide. Guys, stay with me here. So we're going to put our transparent slide right over the graph. We'll mark a plus where our origin's at. And then we're going to mark 1, 2, 3 of our points. I'm going to label this one G and this one H. And then I'm going to rotate my slide. How many turns do I have to rotate my slide here if I'm going 180 degrees? 2 times. Does it matter which direction I turn it? No, it doesn't. I'm going to go 1 turn right there, 2 turns right there. We line our plus right back up at the origin, and then we mark all 3 of our points, just like this. There's H prime, G prime, that's a really ugly G, and I prime, just like that. We connect those 3 points together. And there's our new triangle. We can see that it really does look like we took our original triangle and we spun it around the origin 180 degrees, right? It's directly across the diagonal from our original shape. That's exactly what a 180 degree rotation is going to look like. Now, some of you may have went, okay, I'm going to go back to my original triangle GHI, and now I'm going to translate it 9 units to the right. Well, it doesn't look like there's space to go 9 units to the right, right? That should be your number 1 sign right there that you might be thinking of doing something wrong, okay? I will never give you a problem where it tells you to go 9 units to the right and there's no space for you to move to the right, okay? So that tells you right there, hey, I need to be using this new pink triangle, my G prime, H prime, I prime, and actually translating that. So let's do that. Let's translate H or G prime, H prime, I prime, 9 units to the right and 1 unit down. I'm going to start up here at I. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 1 unit down. There's I double prime. Right there. All right. G, if we're going over 9, there's 9 down 1. Oh, sorry, there's H double prime. And then I think G double prime ends up right there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, G double prime ends up right there. But again, you're just counting, right? Translation, the simplest of all of our transformations because you just have to count the number of spaces that you're going over. As long as you can remember what direction to go based on what sign you have, translation should be fairly straightforward. And there's what we get for number 3. Got 3 total triangles on our graph. Our original pre-image triangle, that's 1. Our image after 1 transformation, that's 2. And our image after a second transformation, 3 total triangles.
Excuse me.
On our test tomorrow, we're going to create an image here with 5 total triangles on it, which we'll get a look at today. Oh yeah. We're going to have ABC quadruple prime. But we'll get to that. Jordan?
I think the G prime on the other triangle is only 1 space.
You talking about this G prime or this G double prime?
The G double prime.
Oh, I marked it wrong, you said?
I think so.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down one. It does look. It looks right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, and I was looking at the other one.
Oh, that's all right. No worries. I appreciate that though. If I ever do something wrong, I would hope someone would tell me. So even if you think it's wrong, but it's actually right, I'd rather not be giving you guys false information. So thank you for that, Jordan. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, number 4. Now we're doing a little bit more. We got 3 transformations to do. All right, before we kick it up to 4 transformations today, let's do 3. First things first, we got to dilate JKL by a scale factor of 2. Now, this is what we talked about last Thursday, right? It's our most recent transformation. Dilating. Is there a trick that we can use to dilate this shape without writing out our coordinates? That silence is a no. That's absolutely right. We can't. We have to write out the coordinates and figure out what our prime coordinates are going to be. Now, dilations are the only transformation where that's the case. Our other 3 transformations all have ways that we can create our new shape without writing out the coordinates, right? Translations, we just count on the graph. Reflections, we count towards the reflection line and then we count past the reflection line. With rotations, we can use our transparent slide to get our image. But with dilations, we have to use the rule. So first things first, we got to get all of our coordinates written out. J looks like it's at -4, -3. K is at -2, -1. And L is at -2, -4. So if we're dilating by a scale factor of 2, what are we going to do to each of these coordinates? Can someone help me out? How are we going to get from J over to J prime? Jordan?
Multiply by 2.
Exactly. We're going to multiply each of these numbers by 2. What's -4 times 2? -8. Thank you. What about -3 times 2? -6. Thank you. I appreciate that. K prime. What are we going to do with K prime? We're going to multiply by 2 as well. We're doing it for all 3 points. -2 times 2 gives us -4. -1 times 2 gives us -2. And then L to L prime. L to L prime, we get -4 and we get -8 when we multiply those coordinates by 2. Now we can go ahead and plot our new image coordinates to get our dilated figure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's J prime. K prime is going to be right there. K prime, J prime, and then L prime right there. Using our ruler, we're going to connect all 3 of those points together. And there's our dilated triangle. We can see that we didn't change the orientation of our shape. We didn't change the shape of our shape. But we did change the size, right? That's exactly what a dilation does. It changes the size. We talked last week about your eyes dilating, right? That's when your pupils either get larger or smaller, depending on how much light is in the room. In the same way, these shapes are getting larger or smaller, depending on what our scale factor is. If you have a scale factor of 1/2, you're going to get a triangle that's a lot smaller, right? Half as large, in fact. All right, there's our first transformation. That's transformation A, right? There's A. Now let's go ahead and start transformation B. We're going to now rotate this orange triangle, not our original triangle. We're going to rotate our orange triangle 90 degrees clockwise. Is clockwise to the right or is that to the left?
To the right.
To the right, exactly. The right way to read a clock is clockwise, right? So, I don't know, try and think about that if you forget. Or, I mean, there's notes, there's a rotation helper, there's plenty of resources and tools you can use if you do, in fact, ever forget what direction to go. Let's get our transparent slide, put it right over there, right over our triangle. We'll mark a plus at the origin, dot, 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 making sure that we don't dot our original triangle, right? Making sure we get those orange points. And we're going to go 90 degrees clockwise. Here's one turn to the right. Boom. There's my rotation. I got a point right there. I got a point right there. And I got J double prime up there. Boom. 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 Just like that. So that's transformation B. That was our 90-degree rotation clockwise, going up to the right. Now again, real quick, if you are not sure which way to turn, use your rotation helper, this little square I gave you. All you have to do once you got your slide all set up, place the rotation helper over your slide, turn both of these squares until the given rotation is at the top. We're looking for 90 clockwise. So we're going to turn it right here this way until 90 clockwise is right there on the top. Then we can move our rotation helper away, reorient our plus sign for the origin, and boom, right there is where our new triangle ends up. So if you have any questions or concerns about how to get this rotation drawn out using our slide and or using our rotation helper, please let me know when we get to work today, all right? So I can come by and help you individually. Almost done. 2/3 of the way done. But now we have to do transformation C, which is a reflection across the y-axis. Now we have to make sure, again, that we're using our most recent triangle. We're not going back to the orange triangle. We're not going back to our original pre-image. We're using our double prime triangle, and we're reflecting it across this y-axis right here. So if you remember, all we have to do is count over how many spaces each point is away from the line of reflection. And then we're going to count that same exact number past the line of reflection. So K prime is 1, 2 spaces away. K triple prime is going to be 1, 2 spaces away as well. K triple prime. I'm going to zoom in here just so we can all see what I'm doing. J looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away. So J triple prime is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces away as well. And L double prime is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. So we're going to be 8 spaces over here. L triple prime. There we go. And that was after transformation C. So here's what our final graph should look like. Yes, it's messy. All right, it doesn't look super clean. However, all 4 of our triangles are exactly where they're supposed to be, and they're exactly the size that they need to be too, because we did that dilation correctly. So on the test tomorrow, you're going to start out by dilating your shape. Keep in mind, if you don't dilate it correctly, all your coordinates past that point are going to be wrong, right? So definitely make sure today your priority is on understanding how to perform a dilation. Are there any questions about worksheet 51? I know it's Monday. I know we're all tired. I feel that too. So let's go ahead and let's get worksheet 52. Why not?